Hey there Catholic bakers, it's Ariel and today I'll be showing you how to make banana cookies. So these banana cookies are soft, they're chewy, they're full of banana flavor and they're not cakey. Many banana cookie other versions are super cakey, they're thick, they're really not a nice cookie. But these are just so soft, chewy, they're so good. So I think you're going to love this one. So let's get started by doing our prayer. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for your mercy when we sin. We want to ask for your forgiveness because we are sinners. Do not let us fall into temptation. Bless Mother Mary. Help us to be more like you. Help us to be more humble, simple, and obedient to God. Amen. Okay, so first things first, go ahead and grab a large mixing bowl. And here we are going to be adding our bananas. So if you guys already know me well, I always weigh my bananas and all of my ingredients actually. That is how you should do all of your recipes. And I need 185 grams of bananas. But I will add all the cup measurements in the printable recipe in case you don't have a kitchen scale. And this is usually about 2 large bananas. These are small, so I need more. And oh, I'm exactly there. So it was like 2.5 bananas, but these are small. So I'm going to mash these bananas. And we use overripe bananas because they give us a much better flavor and they're easier to mash. I'm just using a potato masher, but you can use a fork if you wanted to. They all do the same thing. And it's really easy just to mash these bananas. Okay, so nice flavory bananas in here. Amazing. So now I'm going to be adding my melted butter. And I have melted this in the microwave for around, I don't know, 40 seconds because you're going to need 1 cup of unsalted butter. I just love using melted butter like in my funfetti cookies, which are so good. I use melted butter too because it just gives you a nice flavor and it makes the cookies soft and chewy for days. So we're using melted butter. And I'm going to drop this in my bowl. And we don't waste any butter around here, so we get the last drop of butter in here. Today is such a nice day. It's like so cloudy, just perfect for baking. Okay, so next I'm going to need my sugars. You're going to need 1 cup of light brown sugar. Light brown sugar just goes together with bananas. And your light brown sugar should be firmly packed just to get any clumps out of there. And you can use a dark brown sugar and light brown sugar, like a blend. But if you don't have dark brown sugar, you can just use light brown sugar. Okay, so next you are going to need a 2/3 cup of granulated sugar. And we are going to stir these ingredients together. So I'm going to stir these ingredients together until they are nicely combined. My banana, my butter, my sugars, everything should be smelling delicious, of course. And we're just going to stir well. Amazing. So this looks great. And now we are going to be adding our egg yolk. You're going to need 1 large egg yolk. It should be preferably at room temperature, but if it's not, it's okay. And preferably this should be at room temperature, but it doesn't really matter at what temperature it is, if it's directly out of the fridge or at room temperature. I'm going to add this there. And we're also going to be adding 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We're going to stir this well. And things really should be smelling pretty good now. That banana, the vanilla, just so good. Amazing. So these ingredients should be smelling pretty nice. We're going to set that aside and grab a separate mixing bowl. And grab a whisk too. We are going to be adding 3 cups of all-purpose flour. And this bowl is too small. I can already see that. But what can I do now? And you're also going to need 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Cornstarch contributes to that nice, soft, chewy tenderness in a cookie. Next, we are going to be adding a half teaspoon of baking powder, and then a half teaspoon of baking soda, a 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and I love cinnamon, so we're going to be adding a half teaspoon of ground cinnamon because cinnamon and bananas just go so together. Now we're going to be whisking these ingredients together, and if I had a larger mixing bowl, I could probably do this well, but we're just going to stick with this. That's what happens when you don't grab a mixing bowl that's just right. Oops, see what I mean? This should not happen in your own kitchen. And this, the cinnamon of my delicious coffee cake. If you haven't seen that one, you should. It's so good. Okay, so bring back your wet ingredients and we are going to gradually add our flour mixture. And we're just going to gradually add this because this is a lot of flour mixture. And if you just add it all at once, it can just not absorb the dry ingredients well. Just going to add this carefully but smoothly. Okay, we're going to add my second part. I usually do this like in 3 to 4 parts. And if you want to see another cookie recipe, please tell me. I would love to know what are your favorite recipes. And this is super easy by hand, but you can use an electric mixer, stand or hand mixer would be fine. But this is a very firm dough, so I don't see why you would, but you could. Third part, it's kind of sticky, but not a lot. And last part. It is a little bit tiring, but it's worth it using your hand. And it can use like an arm workout because making cookies is an arm workout, in case you didn't know that. Okay, so as you can see, this dough is very sticky. And you guessed it, we are going to be chilling this dough, but before we even get the plastic wrap, we're going to be adding our add-ins. So you can use any add-ins you want, but my favorites are chocolate chips and nuts. I'm using milk chocolate. This is 1.5 cups of milk chocolate chips. You can use semi-sweet chocolate chips, but I just prefer milk with the bananas. Or you could even use a blend of semi-sweet and milk chocolate chips. So with our chocolate chips, I'm also going to add pecans, but before we even add them, I'm going to chop them. I'm just going to get a cutting board and a knife, of course, and we are going to chop our pecans. So this is 1 cup of pecans, and I'm just going to kind of like cut them, but my pecans want to fly. And you could use a bag, get them in little pieces, or you could use a food processor. Just going to cut them myself. Oops. I guess you could toast these pecans, but I don't know. That's you going an extra mile. And it's okay if you have like different pieces. Mine are all like small and big. That's all right. Okay, so now we are going to bring our banana cookie dough. I'm just going to add them in there. And this is a cup of pecans. You can use walnuts if you want to. I just prefer pecans. We're going to just combine our add-ins in our cookie batter. Or cookie dough, yeah. All right, I'm going to add this, and yeah, it's a little hard, but so good. Okay, this looks and smells amazing, but we can bake these away. So this dough is very sticky, it's hard to manage, needs some time in the fridge. So get your plastic wrap, and we are going to wrap this and put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Okay, so wrap this well. And meanwhile, your dough is chilling. It can chill from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. I'll do this at 30 minutes. And meanwhile, it's chilling. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and line a baking sheet with parchment paper. Okay, so once your dough has chilled for 30 to 60 minutes, let's go ahead and take out the plastic wrap. Don't throw it yet because in batches, you're going to let it chill. And get a 1.5 tablespoon or 2 tablespoon cookie scoop, and your oven should be preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's go ahead and roll our cookies. So this dough is very sticky. You can roll it. The rolling part is optional, but if you like pretty cookies, go ahead and roll them. I'll do one side with rolled and the other side not. That way you can see for yourself which one you want. Yes. I mean, obviously these are super easy, but you'll see the end results. Get them right side. And yes, these are very sticky. Okay, you're going to bake these for 12 to 14 minutes until they are lightly golden from the sides. Amazing. So these banana cookies smell so good. They smell like banana pancakes. I love making banana pancakes, and my family always requests them. If you want to watch a video for banana pancakes, just tell me. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but these are the ones we didn't roll, and these are the ones we did roll. Either ones look exactly the same, so you can just pick whichever you want. But I think this one is the nicest because it's a little bit more rolled. And as you can also see, the edges are lightly turning golden brown, which is perfect for these banana cookies. So we just took them out of the oven at the exact moment because the middle is underdone. It's slightly underdone, which is perfect. We want this to be soft, chewy for days, and this is how we get them. If you get them out exactly where they're just baked completely, the cookie is going to be just dry and dense because you over bake them. If you do them like this, you're going to be so happy. They're just at its point. They're soft, they're chewy, they're not cakey though. They're not cakey. And so we're just going to let these cool completely before we can enjoy. Okay, so once your cookies have cooled for about, 5 minutes from the oven, still hot. We are going to transfer these to a cooling rack. Now, if you have 1,000 baking sheets, you can just let them cool there. But I don't have a lot, so we're going to transfer these to the cooling rack. And I'm doing this with a cookie spatula just to be careful. And my brother's over there laughing because a cookie slipped out of my hand, but this one is the ugliest, but it's still good. However it looks, it's still good. And you can go ahead and bake more cookies in the same baking sheet. Okay, so that's how you make these super nice, soft, chewy, delicious banana cookies. I think you're going to like this one, and if you do, please tell me. May God bless you, and I'll see you next time.